Look, memory can change the shape of a room, it can change the color of a car. And memories can be distorted. They're just an interpretation, they're not a record. And they're irrelevant if you have the facts.
Someone wants me. Someone roaming the streets wants me.
Your car's uglier than I am. That didn't come out right.
It's the Al Travis Show, and with us today, Erich Mische. He runs S.A.V.E, Suicide Awareness Voice of Education. Great friend of the program. Mr. Mische, how are you doing today, sir?
I am stunning. How are you today, Al?
Again, I don't know that I get the stunning often. I'm doing good. It's a good Friday. Can't complain, but stunning. I like that adjective. That's a good one. Just can't think when I got there. Stunning for you. Let me ask you this. How are things going with S.A.V.E overall? Good?
Things are going great programmatically, impact the work that we're doing. As you may recall, obviously we've had some great success with some of our initiatives. The Minnesota passed the first in the country warning label on social media platform bill last legislative session. We were able to get $8 million to put suicide prevention barriers on a tall public structure in Minnesota. Programmatically, go ahead.
How quickly, just to interrupt, how quickly do those happen? We heard about them. Is that one of these things going to take 2 years to phase in? Or
No.
Okay, well, I guess what I'm looking at is when you talk about on your phones, right, a warning label, I presume that's got to go to whoever runs Facebook or whatever the kids are on now and tell them this has to show up in Minnesota. I'm not sure how it happens. Unless
the law says that it has to happen early 2026. I will tell you that Minnesota Department of Health and Human Services, Minnesota Department of Commerce are in charge of coming up with the language of that. We're going to work with them to help create language that we think is particularly impactful. I'll also tell you, big tech companies intend to sue to try to get an injunction on this, so stay tuned on that. I have every reason to believe they're going to try to block this from taking place. In terms of the bridge itself, the money's there. We're going to reach out to the University of Minnesota here in the next week or two and just talk to them about what their timeline is. They have to get permitted from Hennepin County, so we're going to want to make sure that we're nudging Hennepin County to issue whatever permits need to be issued to get that project underway as quickly as possible.
And with that, which is fantastic, that was something you've been wanting for a while. Is there anything in that language you're talking about from now on, when we build a bridge, when we put the big buildings up, that we can do the same? Is that in there? Or is it
Great question. Great question. It is not. However, this week I met with the Minnesota Department of Transportation Commissioner and about half a dozen of her senior staff that are from the Bridge Department of the Department of Transportation, and shared with them that we are working on legislation that we're going to share with them that would require that any new construction or major reconstruction of a tall public structure that is either identified as a risk or may potentially be a risk needs to require integration of best practices, pedestrian safety barriers, as well as suicide prevention barriers.
Fantastic. Back just quick to the online advertising, warning label. What is it you envision with that? When your kid grabs Instagram, hits the button, and it pops up, the first thing that comes up is a screen, like a warning label on a cigarette box, or is that what you're looking at? And how hard or how much money does that cost I give a crap about Instagram, but how much would them cost them to be able to do that for kids just in Minnesota?
I don't know, but my guess is, Al, it's a press of a button, right? We're talking about folks that have access to brilliant online engineers and software designers. There is zero relative cost to them. But you're right. That's what we envision, that when you log on, there's a warning label that pops up. And that warning label may say any number of different things. And that's our goal, is to make sure that it's not kind of a generic, hey, being on here can impact your mental health. We want to make sure that parents and kids and others, so it's not just directed at kids, right? So anybody can find out that when they come on any particular site, that site may be known as a place where sex trafficking has occurred or illegal drugs are being sold. So that warning label is very specific. When warning labels showed up on cigarettes initially, right? It was basically the U.S. Surgeon General, thinks
Bad
that
for you.
cigarette smoking might be bad for you. Then it became, we've determined that it is bad for you. And over the years, it became much more specific, right? Much more detailed. And I think one of the things that we've learned is that if you're going to make people understand the risks of anything, you got to be very candid and transparent with them.
Well, okay. So as you're talking, then this isn't just for children, right? I mean,
That's
are we
right.
talking on all websites anywhere? I mean, that's going to be the first thing that pops up on your phone or your app when you bring it up, no matter what it is.
Yeah,
I do Sudoku. I like Sudoku. Am I going to? How do you?
Probably not Sudoku. Probably not that. So there are some criteria that relate to the size of the platform, what they're doing with the platform. So the short answer, not every single platform. Now, there may be platforms over time that evolve. So Sudoku may end up being one of the most dangerous places on earth. You never know.
Well, sometimes it's very frustrating, but I just leave it at that. You had a lot going on. You're doing a 5K or a 10K tomorrow. What is that about?
So we have a bunch of events coming up here in August and September. Tomorrow is a 5K, 10K run, walk, or if you want to roll in it, it's at Lake Harriet in Minneapolis. It's a free event. It's going to be a great day. We're not going to have any rain tomorrow. So if you're in the listening radius of your show here, we'd love to have you. You go to S.A.V.E.org, go to our event section. You can learn more about it. We've got another event coming up.
No, before you get past this one, can I ask you a couple of questions?
Please.
You do this for a living. We try to raise money for S.A.V.E. We're going to talk about that later, and then you do a free run.
Yeah.
Maybe you're missing you're going to make it up in volume, give away for free, then there's many more people. I'm sorry, sir. I'm golfing in a golf tournament, and I have to pay to be in it. You do me a free golf tournament, the world's showing up. I'll give you that, but this doesn't make any sense.
You know what? It just occurred to me that that's a stupid business plan on our part, right? Holy smokes, I should have thought of that. Dang it. I will tell you.
Sorry.
But it's a good question.
Hard to make a living at zero.
Hard to make a living when you're giving away stuff for free. We are enormously fortunate that this event, we have a lot of sponsors who've come in, provided sponsorship dollars that allow us to make this free. I will also tell you, one of the best things about an event like this, that's a very community-based event, is people who come because they know it's free often also make goodwill donations. So one, enormous gratitude. We two presenting sponsors, Title Smart and Executive Title, covered most of the expenses here, which then allow us to do that. So that's how that happens.
That makes sense. And it's tomorrow. If you're listening to this, you might hear it tomorrow on Saturday. What time on Saturday is this thing going to be? And
registration opens at 8 a.m. on Saturday, August 2nd at Lake Harriet in Minneapolis. We kick off the run and walk, I think, around 9:30. And you can register again. It's just at S.A.V.E.org. Go to our event section. It's a great family event. If you have a dog, bring your dog. We've got folks that are going to be there giving away free things and a free race. You can't beat that.
You can't beat it. We'll be back after this more. I know you got much more coming up. Erich Mische with S.A.V.E., S.A.V.E.org.
If you could save a life, would it be worth 60 minutes of your time? S.A.V.E., Suicide Awareness Voices of Education, wants you to know that you can save a life. The One Step Ahead online suicide prevention training teaches you the 4 easy steps to talking to a friend, coworker, or family member about suicide and how you can give them the help they need. Best of all, the training is free. To sign up and take the training, go to S.A.V.E.org/one-step-ahead. That's S.A.V.E.org/one-step-ahead.
Think about it. A famous politician once said, "You're entitled to your opinion, but you are not entitled to your own facts." But in a world full of AI and fake news, Where can Minnesotans find the facts? Center of the American Experiment is Minnesota's go-to source for fact-based analysis and common sense solutions for taxes, energy, public safety, and our kids' education. Visit AmericanExperiment.org for more information. Think About It is brought to you by Center of the American Experiment, Minnesota's think tank.
Easily offended? The Al Travis Show is not for you. The Al Travis Show. All sides are welcome.
The Al Travis Show, where you'll take a guest and tell him he doesn't know what he's doing. Erich Mische with us with S.A.V.E.org. Sorry about, as I said, sometimes I don't phrase things so well. There's a lot going on. I apologize. Okay, that's my form of apologizing until you don't have a flipping clue.
People should just not take what I say at face value. I like being
All right. What's the other thing? You got a big motorcycle deal going on.
So we got another event. It's the 7th annual Natasha's Ride. It's a motorcycle ride up in Graham, Minnesota. This is a great event. If you got a motorcycle, you're looking for a ride, it starts on Friday, August 22nd at the Loyal Order of Moose Lodge at Graham, Minnesota. There's a pig roast, free camping, and then we've got the band Flying Trainwreck is playing.
Nice.
And then Saturday on August 23rd, everybody puts their kickstands up and they go out for a ride for about 6 hours and comes back to a spaghetti dinner and a live auction. Natasha Lukics was a young woman who died by suicide 7 years ago. Her friends and family rallied together and it put this event on. It benefits S.A.V.E., and it's an incredible event. I'll be camping out there as well this year. And so, Al, if you got a tent and you like to camp out and eat,
well, the food sounded fantastic.
Pig and stuff like that. You have a motorcycle? Do you ride a motorcycle?
I do not. Always something I wanted to. My brother did for the longest time, and I just never did. I could see me doing it. I do.
There's probably people that shouldn't have motorcycles. You and I,
see,
right?
And just I get distracted when I'm driving and just start thinking of other things. And the motorcycle, there's just not a lot of spare room for distraction.
No, there's not. So that's why I don't have one. Plus, my wife won't let me have one. So,
other than that, you're free.
Other than that, I'm free to go get one. So, if you don't have a motorcycle, you can still join. People can show up in their car. They're also got a bus, and so. One of the things I'll say, and again, all of these events, we got another one on August 16th. That's a fitness event. I'm going to be there for that because I can use more fitness in my life. We got a golf tournament on September 6th up in St. Michael. My point about events, a couple things. One, these are tough times for everybody's nonprofit to raise money. It's just a challenge, and I know times are tough for a lot of folks, and people may be thinking that they're nervous about the future, and that always impacts nonprofit giving. And so, one, if you're looking for a way to support an organization, these kind of events are great. If you go to S.A.V.E., you can learn about it. Go to events. The other thing I would say is that if you're also looking to help a nonprofit, whether it's S.A.V.E. or somebody else, you said that you're going out on a charity golf tournament this morning, right?
Yes.
So if you're somebody that's trying to figure out what you can do to help somebody, help an organization, think about putting on an event of your own, right? Doesn't have to be difficult. It might be a garage sale. It could be you went, you know what? I'd like to do a 5K in my community, right? Remember that book that I wrote where we talked about this, right?
Get out there and do something. Yeah, we haven't talked about your book for a while because I haven't got a copy, to be honest with you. Where's my copy?
Oh, shame
sent me a copy.
Me. I deserve that.
Then it'd be sitting on this shelf and I would be talking to you about it on a regular basis. That's on me. But I don't want to skip past it. So you have the 5K run and walk tomorrow. That's tomorrow. And that
Saturday,
is
August 2nd. Lake Harriet.
Okay.
We've got.
Then you got the Hit, Pound, Reset, and Save. That's August 6th. Go find
16th,
that. That's a fitness
August
thing.
16th.
16th. Okay, we got your glasses on. August 22nd, rev up the Natasha Lucas Memorial motorcycle ride. That's what we talked about. You haven't brought up this Mische presents Hope on the Deck. For those that are maybe like a little more upscale stuff, blending music, art, skate culture to raise funds for local charities. So you didn't bring that up.
You know what? I should have not assumed that you weren't a connoisseur of EDM music. Shame on me for making an assumption.
Don't stifle me. Don't hold me back.
Or that you're not an aficionado of skateboarding. Shame on me for making that judgment. That event is called Hope on Deck. That's an event. All of these events, Al, just so you know, all of these events, with the exception of the 5K and 10K tomorrow, are events that other people do on our behalf, right? Nice. So that Hope on Deck event, a bunch of young folks came to us and said, we want to do this event. We want to help support the work that you're doing. That's an event they put together. The Tom Boxall Memorial Golf Tournament on September 16th or September 6th. That's been going on for 22 years to benefit S.A.V.E., right? Okay. All of those events are being done by other folks on our behalf. If you're somebody that's trying to figure out how you can help an organization like S.A.V.E., think about putting those kind of events together. Reach out directly to me. Be happy to talk to you about it.
See, but that's the kind of what it gets me about you guys in general, and all of us have been touched some way or another with suicide. So folks going out of the way to create an event to help you out, to raise some money. Let me throw this out, and I suppose it's quite obvious, but maybe it's not. Let's just say I've made it in life. Let's just say I got a mill or two lying around. Do I have to throw an event? Can I just throw checks at you? Can I just throwing off the hundos at you? And just what do I got to do if I just want to just say I'm not putting on an event, but I want to send checks? Is that okay?
You can send checks to you. Go to S.A.V.E.org. You can donate online. There's also an address there. Here's the other thing. If you got stock, right? That's the other thing. We get folks that reach out to us who are saying, you know what, I've got all this stock here. I'm not sure what to do with it. We can easily accept stock, and that's just as good as cash. And the other thing I tell people is if you're thinking about estate planning and things like that, whether it's S.A.V.E. or another organization that's important to you, think about those types of things as well, right? So if you've got that extra $1 million, we'll take it. If you don't, and you want to put together an event, Al, we just had some folks from True Stone Financial come over. The employees, they did an event at their office where it was something with balloons and popping balloons, right? And all the employees kicked in. They gave us a check for $10,000, right? That was all from employees who just put in a few bucks here and a few bucks there.
Wow.
Do a garage sale, do a bake sale, whatever works for you. We would be grateful to work with you as a way to help support our mission.
I love that. You can find all about it, S.A.V.E.org, S.A.V.E.org, suicide awareness, voices of education. And again, as we talk suicide, we bring this stuff up. The crisis line is always there. You can call or text 988 at any time, day or night. That's the number to help you out. Anything else we can do in the last 30 seconds, sir?
So, Al, you can sign up for the Hit Pound Reset event on August 16th. We keep talking about trying to get together and have a bump or two.
Yeah.
We could
love
get
that.
together. We could have a little workout. We go grab a beer afterwards. Sign
See, and
up.
everything about that sounded great except the workout part. Maybe I'll do the skateboarding thing before I do it. We'll talk. We'll get together. Erich Mische on the Al Travis Show.
Every year, countless lives are lost to suicide, but it doesn't have